Yep. Further disclaimer, man. These ads gonna be on our asses for the next week and a half. Yeah. My bad. Let's go.
If you want to live in a creative way, which will benefit everything in your life, be a better person in your family, be a better... if you want to live in a creative way, which will benefit everything in your life, be a better...
Shout out to my creatives out there.
In your family, be a better... if you're starting a new business, do a better job of starting a new business. It's all the same. You know, I don't really know anything about music. It's
Says the nigga who's considered one of the goated legends in the industry that, you know, in the industry that he done went crazy in, man. That's actually crazy to realize, I ain't gonna lie.
more a way of looking at the world and wanting it to be the best it could possibly be and doing whatever it takes to be the best it could possibly be and being true to knowing that no one else knows. You know, I'm not saying...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this is borderline, you know, it's touching on the concept of like just mastery. You know what I'm saying? Because take like shit like self-mastery, bro. All you gotta do is master yourself. All you gotta do is master the tapping into your own identity, like who you think you are, basically. Being authentic to that. You know what I mean? That's what mastery is. Now, master that. You master your own limitations at the same time. You master your own advancements, bro. You tap into like worlds that you like, abilities and competencies that you ain't thought that you could tap into for real. And now once you do that, it's like everything around you has to, you know what I mean, respond to how you be moving. Because think about it, you, like, your initial source of power and movement and motion, right, is yourself. Now every other thing has to move according to yourself. I know it's narcissistic, but yo, isn't that what the self-help industry gurus and people be like yapping about these days? But then it does make sense too. I mean, yourself needs that. Yourself needs yourself like a motherfucker.
I know, but that everyone's idea is as valuable as mine. You know, we're all creators. From the beginning, I never thought any of the things that I'm doing were possible or realistic, and I just did things out of the love of them, thinking I would have real jobs, and, you know, like the thing that my passion would be my hobby, and I'd have a job to support my hobby.
Yeah.
And it just magically turned out different than that without me knowing it was possible. The stars line up at certain times for certain things to happen, and they happen. And sometimes you can make some...
Nah, homies, we're in 2025. I'm a realist now. It's the age of Aquarius, apparently. That's what they coined it. And what that means, according to them that do coin it. Okay, let's call them TOS boys. According to them that have coined this shit, it's like the age of Aquarius is the age of knowledge. We're from the age of Pisces. Age of like, yo, the woozy, yo, belief and faith and hope and this shit. Nah. I'm gonna need a more solid answer than that, bro. When you say stars align, what does that mean? So is that like synchronicities? Is that synchronicities or some shit like when things make sense for each event to happen and happen into the next event? You get me?
Thing great.
That sounds like some stars aligning to me.
Out different than that without me knowing it was possible. The stars line up at certain times for certain things to happen, and they happen. And sometimes you can make something great and it doesn't connect for whatever reason. I found this out from making a lot of stuff. Like sometimes you make two things that you think are the two best things you've ever made, and one of them connects with the world and one of them doesn't. And it might not have anything to do with what's in the art. It might have to do with, oh, it came out the same day as this other thing came out, and that got in the way, or there was a bigger story at the time, or there was some other, who knows, or it's not the it's not in the cards for that person to have that success. It's like there's so much to it that we don't understand.
Yeah.
All we can do is make something good and put it out and hope for the best, and that's all there is. We never know why does something work. Even if you make a piece of art, you might, and it works, you may not know why. It's like there are a lot of talented people who never make it because they don't have the...
Nah, I got a question then. Because Unc over here said sometimes you never know when it could happen. But then doesn't any one of y'all hear the kind of talk where it's like, you know, the braggadocious shit, especially in the hip hop world, where nah, I did it, nah, it's me, did it by myself, blah blah blah. Especially nowadays in the world of like independent artistry, right? It's like, how then do you drive that trajectory of your own success, where, nigga, a guy as legendary as Rick Rubin claims that, you know, you never really know it. So it might just be a matter of like different philosophies about this shit. Cause to a certain extent, like, man,
work ethic to make it. It's not just talent. Like, talent's a piece.
Yeah.
And you could argue for some people.
Nah, that is true though.
The work ethic.
Talent is just like, I'd say 5% of the shit for real.
Trumps the talent. It's not just talent. Like, talent's a piece.
Yeah.
And you could argue for some people the work ethic trumps the talent, you know?
Yeah.
Having worked with a lot of bands, I see that there's often this friction where, and I'm sure you've seen it in a writing room for comedy, where people are trying to get their idea in.
Yeah.
That's not a collaboration.
No. It's
something else. A real collaboration is when everyone who's there is working together towards whatever is the best thing for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And whether it's your idea or someone else's idea, it doesn't matter.
Exactly, bro. Nah, I call people that do that just want their shit to get kicked and nobody else's. Bro, what's the difference between those and bullies, bro?
And if you're invested in the collaboration, you want the best idea to win. You don't want your idea to win.
Right.
What makes it great is the personal.
Yeah.
With all of its imperfections, with all of its quirkiness, that's what makes it great. How you see the world, that's different from how everyone else sees the world. That's why you're an artist. That's your purpose in sharing your work with the world.
And that's
W comment, man. That's it.
It's definitely the case with stand-up comedy.
Everything.
We experience that in stand-up comedy, where there's these kind of derivative voices, where they're kind of like finding what they think other people want to hear, and they start saying it because they've heard other people say similar things that are now.
Now that's a great point. Let me tell you what's great about it. It's the fact that, you know, I was watching a dub VOD stream last night, but like on YouTube. He had uploaded it on YouTube. Bro was talking about how the number of people that are streaming is going down and down and all of that. You know what I mean? Like there's becoming less and less of, I think maybe within his circle or whatever, because like I couldn't confirm the same thing just because of the fact that I don't know everybody on the platform, you know what I'm saying? But what I've noticed though is that if that's the case, Dub, I feel like it's because, man, people just wanna be on each other's dicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wanna do what the next nigga doing. And I get it, like, for like guidance, like guiding yourself into maybe getting a foot into the game, you know, some skin in the game type shit. But then after that, it's like, it's very important to pivot, man. Change up, innovate up and shit like that. And then, you know, and I guess it's true for every industry. Yeah, this nigga just confirmed that even in comedy that kind of shit happens. That's crazy. That's crazy to realize and to confirm, actually.
Successful.
And even if they have some sort of a short-term success doing that, it's not revolutionary. It doesn't change the world. It doesn't last. You know, it can be a momentary thing, but it's never the thing. It's the people who you first see and you might not like that you come to like because you don't understand them at first. Those are the ones that change the world.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you dedicate your fandom to for life. You can't second guess your own taste for what someone else is going to like. It won't be good.
Right.
You know, we're not smart enough to know what someone else is going to like. You know, to make something. Well, I don't really like it, but I think this group of people like it. It's a bad way to play the game of music or art. You have to do what's personal to you. Take it as far as you could go. Really push the boundary.
You know how I feel about what he just said just now, just 2 seconds ago, is the fact that if you do something that's tailor-made, like in terms of like your interest and your like what makes you tick, and just like throwing that out there, is the fact that there'll always be people that resonate with you. For an example, that's why you can meet a stranger that you've never met before, and you just meet the motherfucker today. Maybe y'all meet on some, I don't know, blunt smoking tip. You see a nigga, sparked up his little shit. You're like, man, let's say you ain't got your lighter though. You feel me? And you're like, oh shit, I'm trying to spark my shit. I ain't got a lighter. Let me just borrow your shit real quick. You know what I mean? On some, you trying to pass through or whatever. But then as you sparking it, he starts greeting. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to be rude. You greet back. Yo, what's good? Blah blah blah. And then just like how y'all be just chopping it up, it's like, yo, I kind of like can relate to what brother, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got the name of homie or lady or whatever. You know what I mean? And then it's like, yo, how come you can meet somebody that you can resonate with like that, but then turn around, meet some nigga that you've looked up to for a long time. That's why there's the saying, never meet your idols or some shit like that, because they turn into rivals. Because now you get disappointed. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why it is important, though. Nah, I agree with Unc, man. I think he 2 for 2 right now. He ain't said a L comment yet. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah. To all my creatives out there, man. Create according to your taste. To what you fuck with. Throw it out there. And let the ones that resonate with you gravitate towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Boundaries. And you have to do what's personal to you. Take it as far as you could go. Really push the boundaries. And do what's personal to you. Take it as far as you could go. Really push the boundaries. And people will resonate with it if they're supposed to resonate with it.
And they'll respect you for it. On gang.
Magic. We're talking about like the universe conspiring on our behalf if we let it. And to be in this flow of catching these waves that anyone can catch if you're trying to catch it, you're open to it, you see it coming, you take off on every chance you get, and sometimes the ride happens, and it's remarkable. It's remarkable how it happens. And it doesn't come from, it's not preconceived, it's not an idea, it's through the doing. These things that want to be, that the universe wants to happen now, comes through us. And if we
Yo, how long you think this nigga grew his beard, dog? That shit lived, man, long. And he had like the same shit for like years, bro. I'm sure decades now. I think when it gets to a certain point, he just be like snipping it a little bit, chop, little trim, snip. and then he just wants it at that same level. That nigga skin underneath that motherfucker don't know no sun, bruh. Don't get no vitamin D, nothing. The sun's D ain't touching this nigga cheeks for shit. His whole face is covered, bruh. Damn. He probably like a different like complexion underneath. Like, I feel like, man, all right, let me be off.
You don't do it. Maybe someone else will do it. Have you ever had that experience where you have an idea for something and you don't do it, and then 6 months later you see that someone else has done it? It's not because they
fuck, that hurts.
took your idea.
Yeah,
It's that it's time for that. And you can act on it or not.
Why the fuck it hurt though? Why say fuck me for? Damn.
Who have the best antenna for this material that's available. It's coming through. The best comedians see the best jokes. They see them coming. We all live in the same world. The way you see it, you have the best joke because you see it best. And one of the reasons you can, I believe that you can see it best is because you don't believe what the structure around you assumes to be the case. So much of it has to do with humor. Like, when it's good, it makes you laugh, even if it's not funny. You know, like
Nah, but I tread lightly when it comes to like saying if it's good, it makes you laugh, because good can be subjective, and what makes you laugh can be subjective. You can laugh at some dark ass jokes, bro. Nigga, you can. Man, what you think the concept of enemy is for? The concept of enemy actually also kind of outlines the fact that you laugh at your enemy, at your ops demise. To another nigga that don't like no negative energy around them, that shit is bad, bro. Come on. So we gotta tread lightly to it, like saying what we laugh at is good or not. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably maybe put it like what we laugh at may be healthy for us. And yeah, one could argue that what's healthy for us is good. But then again, take a motherfucker who's probably like so entrenched in just like pain, maybe cancer or whatever, and they just wanna, you know what I'm saying? They just wanna delete, bruh. They may see the fact that they like their offness, they're not being around no more, will relieve them from the pain that they go into. So what do we call that? They believe that them going is a good thing at that point. So that's another thing with this good and bad thing. But I just put it like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Saying what makes me laugh is healthier for me versus what makes me laugh is good for me. I don't know.
The surprise nature of things, when you hear the unexpected, you laugh, and it feels good. It's a good feeling, because what collaborating is about is we're always collaborating at all times with the universe. That's how it works. Like, we're taking in information, we're vibing on it. In the past, when someone would recommend something to me, it sounded like it wasn't for me. It's like, oh, okay. Now, if more than one person recommends something to me that sounds bad, I always check it out, because it's like the universe wants me to know about this. The way it tells me is a couple of people came up and said, why don't you check this out? That's, if we listen to what's going on around us, you can overhear a conversation in a coffee shop, and it is the setup for an idea that you're talking about, the right way to say a particular joke that you're working on. You hear a phrase. It's not a phrase you commonly use. You hear someone else say it.
Yeah, man. W morning game. W morning game for the brothers and sisters out there, bro. Creatives out there, especially. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Rick Rubin. I still respect Rick Rubin, bro. I still respect Rick Rubin. I ain't gonna lie. I'd listen to. He's like one of those, like, really, really old people in the society where it's like, yo, I still fuck with him, though. Still salute, all that kind of stuff.